What's up, guys? My name is Matt, and welcome back to Nancy Drew's Secret of the Old Clock. Just take a stroll through town to start off the video.
That car I saw before is gone.
I'm not gonna lie, I never saw the car originally anyway. There's the gas tank.
Hello, I'm looking for Jim Archer.
Right through that door. Hello! Are you Nancy Drew?
Yes, are you Mr. Archer?
Yes, ma'am. Jim Archer. I'm founder, president, manager, and just about everything else you can name when it comes to this fine enterprise.
Did Emily tell you why I'm here?
She just said you were coming and that she'd appreciate it if I would talk to you. Terrible thing, losing her mother like that, then being saddled with that restaurant, especially now.
What do you mean?
Ever since the stock market crashed, one business after another has closed, including banks. President Hoover keeps saying that a recovery is just around the corner, but you have to wonder.
If you don't know, this is this is like the very beginning of the Great Depression. So, yeah.
Is your bank doing okay?
I'm happy to report that we're doing just fine, thank you. Excuse me. Main Street Bank, Jim Archer speaking. No, I don't. I'm sorry, but... Yes, I know, but... All right, then just bring it by. Sorry for the interruption. How can I help you?
I wonder what that phone call is about. Maybe we'll find out later.
How well do you know Jane Willoughby? You know, Emily's guardian?
Not well at all. Met her once or twice. Seemed a little flighty.
What was Emily's mom like?
Had a good head on her shoulders. Friendly, too. Having a big slice of blueberry pie at the Lalakin was always a real treat. It'd be nice if family could carry on the tradition, but times are just too tough. If she's smart, she'll sell before the bills start piling up.
That's honestly not a bad idea this time. Due to, like, everything being worth
Do you
nothing.
happen to know whether the jewelry Emily inherited from her mother was insured?
Well, I know for a fact that it was not. Why?
Because someone snuck into the inn today and stole it.
Oh, no. I heard there'd been a fire in the kitchen, but when it rains, it pours, doesn't it? I told Gloria not to let that policy lapse.
Why did she let it lapse?
She felt that since Josiah Crowley would be leaving her a large sum of money when he died, or so she thought, paying to insure her jewelry just wasn't necessary.
How well did you know Josiah Crowley?
Well enough for him to name me executor of his will. An executor is the person who makes sure the terms of a will are carried out.
Thank you. For someone as quote-unquote intellectually unendowed as myself, I needed to know what that meant.
Did he leave you anything?
He'd given me the impression that I would be well taken care of when he passed on, too. But when I finally read his will, it all went atop him.
Where did Josiah keep his will?
He'd hidden it in a chest of drawers in his house. It took me months to find it. When he named me executor, he said he'd tell me where it was hidden when the time was right, whatever that meant.
How did Josiah die?
He was sitting in the public library reading when apparently his heart just decided it was time to stop.
What was he reading?
His favorite book, The Make-Up Secrets of Lon Chaney.
I'm actually gonna start keeping notes on stuff. Probably not that. Oh, crap, I forgot my pen. Oh, there's one on the floor. I don't know why there's one on the floor, but I'll take it.
The will you found in Josiah's house. Is it possible that Josiah didn't really write it?
Well, the thought that it could be a forgery did cross my mind. But an expert verified that the will had been typed on Josiah's typewriter and signed in Josiah's hand.
But Richard Topham lived in Josiah's house. He had access to his typewriter, and he could have copied his signature.
As far as the law is concerned, the matter is closed, Miss Drew.
But it's possible that Josiah's real will is still out there. Are you sure he never gave you any clue as to where he'd hidden his will?
Whenever I asked him, he said he'd tell me when the time is right. Although, he got a safe deposit box here about 3 years ago.
Something tells me it's gonna all come back to that clock. When the time is right. What is this?
Maybe that's where his real will is.
Topham has tried to claim its contents, but he can't find the key.
If Topham can't find the key, maybe it's because it wasn't in Josiah's house.
Now, Miss Drew, I wouldn't go jumping to any conclusions.
I guess I'll be going.
Come back anytime.
He seemed nice. I'm not ruling him out though.
Is this your car?
Yes, it is. Bought and paid for.
It's a nice car. I don't know much about cars. I just know it looks nice.
Where did you get this clock?
Josiah Crowley gave it to me. It stopped keeping time the minute he walked out the door.
This could be the clock though.
That receipt I found outside the inn. I wonder if the key it refers to is the one to this clock. Who's Clara?
Clara Pickford is this lonely old woman who comes in here every once in a while. Took a shine to me for some reason. Insisted on giving me that picture.
Don't you ever use this typewriter?
That used to be Josiah Crowley's. It was the only thing he left me in his will. Naturally, it doesn't work. The keys always jam.
October 9, 1929. Dear Mrs.
I'm just confused by like the way the ice.
Sheldon, here is the trivet I said you could borrow for your party at Twin Elms. Please take care of it because I will want it back someday. Your friend, Josiah C. I wonder if Josiah ever got his trivet back.
I don't know what a trivet is. Check my notes. I just don't even know what a trivet is.
I'm finished with that. Check. That's done. That's done.
I swear I've checked a lot of this stuff off several times over.
I haven't done that yet. I haven't done that yet. Check.
That's good for now. So this is probably why we're gonna have to get gas. Naturally. Check out the jewelry store.
Hello, are you Mr. Waddell?
So what if I am?
I found this receipt, and I just wondered what you could tell me about it.
Let me see that. One key, determined resale value, item 493. Oh yeah, this was for that key Jim Archer wanted me to appraise.
Jim Archer wanted you to appraise a key?
It was very ornate, had jewels all over it. Fake jewels, as it turned out. When I told him it was worthless, the cheapskate refused to pay me and told me to keep it.
Do you think I could have it?
Sure, once you pay the appraisal fee.
Which is...
$1.50.
Here you go.
Good, here's the key. Enjoy.
Well, that was good. I did not, like, this is where I ended last time. Like, last time I tried to record this section. I love this music.
It would sure be nice to be able to open this thing.
Nope. It's key to something else, though. Let's take my lead. Public library. Since he was there.
Hello. Shh. Do you wish to check out a book? No, thank you. Bye.
Never mind. Courthouse.
So this is the Titusville Courthouse.
not going.
They're sure having a good time. Hi, kids! Oops. Guess they're not supposed to talk to strangers.
That's good, at least.
A nice, quiet fishing hole. Neat.
Wait, I can fish?
The fish don't exactly seem to be jumping.
Okay. Wait, which way to... dude, I'm low on cash.
The door's locked. Guess he stepped out for a minute.
Let's just go back to Lilac again.
Hello.
Welcome to Blenheim Nursery. What do you need?
Nothing. I'm just looking around. Bye.
Bye.
I'm gonna go check out Carly's house again. See if there's something the key goes to that I got.
Hello, Miss Drew.
Hello, Mr. Topham. Is it okay if I look around?
Certainly.
Sweetly. No, that's just a puzzle again. No, I'm not doing that again. That's witchcraft. Not witchcraft, but that's just loud. Lock. Oh.
Becoder is in the rivet. 2 to the right.
Ribbon. Dear whoever. Here is the trivet of the Twin Elms. I shouldn't record for too long, but I want to show where Twin Elms is on the map. No.
I guess I should answer that. Hello?
Nancy?
Dad? Oh, shoot, I was supposed to call you.
Yes, you were. The phone company said this was the only line into the Lilac Inn now. What happened?
It's kind of a long story, but what about you? Is everything okay there?
Everything's fine. I called because I'd like you to run an errand for me, that's all.
Sure. What do you want me to do?
I need to get some documents from a colleague over there. I thought since you were in the area, you could pick them up, save him paying postage.
Sure. What's the address?
He said he'd just leave them for you at the telegraph office. Just drive into town and look for Tubby Telegrams. He said you can't miss it.
Will do.
These papers are extremely important, Nancy.
I will pick them up, Dad.
Good. Remember, watch your gas gauge and get gas when you're low so you don't run out. And try to avoid potholes. The more you hit, the likely it is you'll wind up with a flat.
Yes, Dad.
And if you do get a flat, take it off and put on your spare, and then head straight to a gas station and get it fixed.
Yes, Dad.
All right, lecture over. Have you found out why Miss Crandall asked you to visit?
She wanted me to have you lock her mother's jewelry up in your safe. Only someone stole it before I could take it with me.
Stole it? Good gosh.
That was right after the stove in the kitchen exploded.
The stove exploded? Sounds to me like you'd be well advised to cut your visit there short.
No, I want to find out what's going on. I have to find out what's going on.
You have to?
Well, yeah, you know. Emily just lost her mom, and she's worried about losing the inn, and her guardian's all wet when it comes to helping out, and...
And the truth is, you are so curious that you feel like you'll absolutely burst if you don't find out why all these weird things have been happening, right?
Yes.
Don't worry, I know the feeling. You're a chip off the old block, I'm afraid. Well, as long as you're like me in one other way, you should be fine.
What way is that? Smart?
Careful.
I met Emily's guardian, Jane. What does a guardian do, anyway?
A guardian is pretty much a surrogate parent. Jane is legally responsible for Emily's physical and financial well-being.
Jane doesn't strike me as being the parental type. In fact, I get the impression she's in way over her head.
Fortunately for her, it's not forever. Most guardianships end when the ward turns 18. And then both Jane and Emily will be free to do whatever they please.
You'd think Emily's mom would have chosen somebody a little more competent to take care of her only child.
Things aren't always as they appear. Maybe she's not as bad as you think.
Or maybe she's worse.
Don't tell me you think Emily's guardian stole the jewelry. Good grief, where did you get such a suspicious mind?
I think it was from the person who has always told me that the best way to solve a problem is to look at all the possibilities, Dad.
I did say that, didn't I?
Goodbye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Well, I feel like that's a good place to stop for now, because I also have to record another video. So, we got through a decent amount, if you guys see this. What the? I never noticed that cat there before, but yeah. We met Jim Archer, got some information there, got this key to whatever, and we know I need the rivet to solve these puzzles. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Goodbye!